everyone, it's Alessandro and I'm here with Ron Canfield from SureFire. We're going to get a chance to take a look at some of the new products SureFire has coming out in 2012. So Ron, show us what you got.
All right. On sort of the wild side of things here, we have the 2211 wrist-mounted light. 2211 is an all-aluminum body wrist-mounted light. The difference is being here, this is something we're testing with end users right now. SureFire is getting back to its roots by pushing technology and being on the cutting edge. What you'll see here is a 200 lumen LED run off a rechargeable lithium-ion battery. It's got a micro USB plug in the back, so easily found USB charging source. And now what we're playing with are a variety of new technologies, one being an accelerometer and one being a gyroscope. So for a tactical application, the user would have this mounted on his wrist. Law enforcement especially, they're constantly training with a specific draw. They're always going to draw the same way. The accelerometer and the gyroscope, in conjunction with each other, would detect a certain movement. So let's say you're drawing and you flip your wrist really quick, it would activate the light. On the manual side, you have a double tap feature. So you can program it if you want it to be momentary, you want it to be constant on, and it also has push button to switch in between settings. So tap through, all the way off. The light is articulated at a specific angle so that if you have it in line with your wrist, but when you're gripping a pistol and your wrist is broken, the light shines in parallel with your wrist, which will be in parallel with the bore of the weapon. We also have a version that we're playing with that would have a watch body mounted on top of it for a more utilitarian feature. Next to that, we have our R1 Lawman. This is the first to be released in our rechargeable handheld series. So the R1 you see here is complete. It has a momentary tail cap switch and then a constant on barrel switch. So you have dual function and it's programmable. So you have multiple outputs, either on constant or a single high output on the momentary feature. There's also a function where you would twist for constant on, then you would simply hold down the barrel switch. When the light flashes, it switches to the next programming mode. That you would refer to your manual to see which mode you want. Point being, you could run it constant on at high output, you could run two-stage, or you could add in the strobing feature. It's up to the user. Next to that, we have our X400 green. The X series weapon lights this year are getting 22mm optics. The 22mm optics is going to give you a more refined beam pattern. It's going to give you a wider range of flood with increased projection. It's also going to smooth out the beam a lot more over the old TIR lenses. And the good news is it'll fit with all existing holsters. So you don't have to worry about it being a bigger head. The green laser is got a hue on it that's actually biased slightly to blue. The human eye picks it up really well, and it actually doesn't cause your eyes to fixate on the green as much. It's a little bit smoother transitioning from your eyesight, so whether it's an activation in even daylight or in low light or nighttime applications, really easy to pick up the laser without getting fixated on it. The M900L, so it's the iteration of our very famous M900 series vertical foregrips. We developed these about 10 years ago. This is the latest version. There will be two variants, the L and the LT. This is the L that you see here. It's got a deep cut optic in it, so it'll give you a nice wide beam pattern, 500 lumens, same functionality as the old lights. Then the turbo head version, same heads that you'll see on the M3LTs, the M600, or excuse me, the M6LT handheld lights. It's essentially what you're going to see on that M900LT. 500 lumens for this one, 700 lumens for those. So this is our M300V weapon light. It's a variant of the V series and also of our Mini Scout light. It's a Mini Scout light body with the V series head that's brand new for this size light. It's a 22mm optic, has white light and IR capability. Simply detach the bezel by pulling out, turn and click, switch in between, as simple as that. Just like all the other V series lights that are picked up through SOCOM and other agencies. Next to that, we have the big Mamma-Jamma. This is the MVG, the Monster Vertical Grip. The Monster Vertical Grip is a heavy machine gun use light. It's a 2000 lumen LED that's proprietary to SureFire. It has a lithium-ion rechargeable battery, and also the capability to take 4 SureFire batteries, which simply recharge the internal battery. Also has a barrel plug for charging the battery without using disposable cells. You have your nav button for low light functionality. You have a momentary button, and then you have a max blast constant on. So you're switching right on the back, right where the thumb would be. And then this light also has a brother or sister, if you will, which is up here on the heavy machine gun, and that's the Annihilator. 2000 lumen, but an extended body, integral battery, switching on the back, similar to the Hellfighter that we have down here on the Modus. The Hellfighter 4 was procured by SOCOM on contract. It differs from the regular Hellfighter by having an integral mount with the handle. It has a cover in front of the IR filter during vehicle operations just to protect the lenses, and then an integral battery in case you need the cable gets severed or you have to detach it. It'll simply run off the integral lithium-ion battery. It's completely field repairable. Comes with a full toolkit, so the guys don't have to send it back to SureFire to fix. They can do it on their own. That's essentially the big brother to the Annihilator. The big difference being you used to need an HID to get that much output. Now we have proprietary LEDs. Get you 2,000 lumens there, 3,000 lumens here. Technology's coming a long way, and SureFire's at the forefront of it.
Okay, Ron, so what's the estimated availability for some of these products?
Well, we should start seeing the first of the handheld lights rolling out in Q1, probably the March timeframe.
Okay.
We will see a couple of the weapon lights coming out in the very near future, probably next week, for the M900LT,
okay.
the M500LT, and then we should see the variants of the M500L, M900L coming out Q1 as well. Just taking time on machines there, getting everything up and running. And then products like the 2211, a couple of the other weapon lights, we should start seeing mid-late Q2, early Q3. And then we have, the higher tech stuff, which is under development, the Annihilator and the MVG. A lot of that is simply dependent upon end user feedback in the testing phase through military channels.
Definitely. Well, these are just a couple of the products that SureFire is coming out with in 2012. So be sure to check for all the different products coming out. Ron, it was a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.